Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Reviews with Ryan, and today I'm going to be reviewing a movie called Together Together. This movie is about when a young loner becomes a gestational surrogate for a single man in his 40s. The two strangers come to realize this unexpected relationship will challenge their perceptions of connection, boundaries, and the particulars of love. And the film stars Ed Helms, Patty Harrison, and is directed by Nicole Beckwith. So this movie, I did see the trailer briefly. It received a limited release. It's made $500,000 so far. It is marketed as a comedy. It is 90-minute runtime, and it just came out this past week. This is a different role for Ed Helms. You know, he's always been in comedy type roles. This is marketed as a comedy, but it's not really a comedy. It's more exploring a platonic relationship between two individuals. You know, he is a 40-year-old single man, and this woman is 26 years old, and she's having his baby. And they're both alone, and they both kind of share the similar traits of just trying to go through life and try to figure out, you know, what they really want and what makes them happy. And for Ed Helms, having this baby is what makes him happy. You can definitely tell that throughout the film because he's talking about all these different decisions he wants to make for the baby. There's one scene where they bond and they are going through the different kinds of paint to which they're going to paint the baby's room. And he talks about all the different colors and what they mean. And he's like really serious about it. So you can tell that he would be a really good father for this kid when the baby is born. So that was definitely something of his character. I felt with the girl in this film, her name is Anna. She is very alone like him as well. You know, younger scale, still trying to figure out herself. She works at a coffee shop. She recently had a fallout with her boyfriend, and she's taking on this role to do this. Basically, in the beginning of the film, she gets interviewed by Ed Helms. He basically asks her all these different questions and basically asks her why she wants to do this and just different questions, trying to get to know her and figure out if she's the right fit for him. That's pretty much what starts off this film. And really, a lot of the complaints that I've seen about this film is, well, the characters have no chemistry, this and that. Well, this is a kind of different type of story. This is not a more of a physical type connection. This is a platonic connection. So the connection is going to be much different. And there's not going to be a connection off the bat because they're just getting kind of to know each other. And it's really hard for someone to kind of just jump into the physical aspect without exploring the relationship that they even have as a platonic couple before even going even further. With that said, I kind of took this film as, you know, something different. It wasn't just like your typical romantic comedy, fall in love, physical aspect, all that kind of thing. And I think that's what made this film really unique. And they're actually, at the end of the film, there actually is a Q&A that they do, and they talk to the director. And that is what she was going for. She was going for more the platonic relationship rather than having this generic love connection and like a rom-comedy and just making it like a formalic type of connection. And that's what made this film really cool. And just also being cool is the fact that Ed Helms is in a role that is just something completely different. I like seeing actors and actresses in different roles that you wouldn't normally see them. To me, it gets kind of formalic when you have the same actor doing the same kind of thing. Vice versa of like Liam Neeson, for example. He does a lot of the same films and you kind of know what to expect. And I like having to not know what to expect and having an actor show their range in doing different types of films. So I applaud Ed Helms for taking this role because it definitely helped him just branch out and just do something different for once. So that was cool. My gripe with this film is pretty much the last 20 minutes or so. You know, it's developing and this and that. The ending is very abrupt and it's a little out of place. I wasn't really thrilled with the ending, and I think that's what made this film suffer a little bit. I think that it has a good idea and a good branch to it. I think that maybe it could have been branched out a little bit more, and there could have been more of, you know, what they're going to do with the baby and this and that, and just kind of how their lives are going and this and that. And that's something that I think that it lacked. But with that said, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think that this film is good enough for a watch. I think that it's different and unique in its own little way. It's not your typical rom-com, and you're not going to feel like it's formalic, so you'll enjoy that aspect. But I think it's more of an artsy film. It did premiere at Sundance Festival, so that's just something to keep in mind. If you're not really into those kind of festival type films, maybe you might not like this. But it will be on demand May 11th if you'd like to check it out. It is in theaters in a limited run, and you can check it out for now. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the film if you do watch it, and I appreciate you guys watching this.